You know, if you don't do what you want to do, you should maybe think it over and check if anyone's around. With Noah's encouragement, Ellie laid down, and as the cold hit, her back was like ice anymore. She felt an unprecedented sense of freedom, and at that moment, Ellie began to open her heart, mentioning her love for painting. Subtitle: she recounted her genuine emotions when picking up the pen, and just as the atmosphere was about to reach its peak, a honk made the two jump up quickly like rabbits, leaving Ellie in uncontrollable laughter. She suddenly realized that Noah looked like a quiet little angel, asking, "Do you want to dance with me?" This time she didn't refuse. There was hardly any awkwardness, just a suave young man leading a joy-filled girl twirling gracefully on an empty road. Even though the melody she hummed sounded like alien music, she was completely engrossed. No doubt their romance made the whole universe envious. Noah's arrival turned Ellie's life upside down, allowing her to experience wonders like flying seagulls and thrilling dives she had never imagined before. Whether it was the romantic beach or the lively music parties, every moment of their lives was filled with novelty and laughter. The loving gaze spoke volumes without words, but their fiery summer romance eventually raised eyebrows from Ellie's parents. Soon, Noah got invited to Ellie's family gathering, but when asked about his job and earnings, he confidently replied, "I got a call, emails, opened a wine bottle, and earned $40/HR. Impresso?" With his answer, the atmosphere turned awkward, and Ellie's mom later coldly mentioned that Ellie would soon be heading to New York for school. "Didn't she tell you? The email I just got says how long she'll be in New York." I understood what was meant by that, but having fallen for Ellie so deeply, there was no way he'd let her go easily. That evening, he took Ellie to an abandoned farm and confidently stated he would buy it one day and transform it completely. It sounded simple, but Noah was definitely probing Ellie's thoughts while he spoke. "What about me? Shouldn't I get a say?" Ellie playfully retorted. Noah smirked, pleased with her answer, and said he wanted white walls and blue shutters. He also wanted a place to paint, and seeing Ellie with the owner-like pride, Noah's eyes sparkled with affection, promising to make it happen. But Ellie had no idea that while she was lost in the music, a hint of sadness flickered across Noah's face. By the time they headed home, it was already too late. Ellie's parents, worried sick, had already called the cops, leaving Noah awkwardly stranded in the living room while they had a private talk with Ellie. But just as that talk began, it erupted into a fierce argument, harsh sounds drifting into the living room and reaching Noah's ears. She felt helpless against the truth, hearing Ellie desperately defending herself, making Noah feel a weight she had never experienced before. With red-rimmed eyes, she looked down and after a while, slowly stood up, ready to leave quietly. Ellie caught up with her and sensing Noah's forced smile, anxiety flooded her heart, saying she could stay behind. She even offered to skip school, but Noah strongly opposed, living her like life. How could she rob Ellie of a bright future? The harsh reality hit her like a punch, nearly driving Ellie insane as she pushed Noah, slapped her hard, and in a moment of impulse suggested they break up. But after the outburst, watching Noah prepare to leave brought her regret. She just stood there as the car slowly drove away. This tumultuous summer romance never bloomed into a vibrant autumn, as under her mother's pressure, Ellie had to prepare to head back to the city sooner. Before she left, she went to the lumberyard, hoping to have a serious talk with Noah, but alas, Noah just happened to be away that day. The time running out, Ellie had to send a message to Noah's brother. She didn't want to give up on their relationship. She also felt sorry for her impulsive behavior the night before, turning back repeatedly as she left, hoping to see Noah. After getting the message, Noah indeed rushed to catch up, her heart filled with anticipation and nerves. However, those tightly shut doors told her all was too late. A year passed in the blink of an eye. Noah spent the entire year engulfed in regrets and realized then that such a breakup left her heart as cold as a stone. She regretted the breakup, hated not holding on, and wrote 365 letters of longing. But those letters were secretly intercepted by Ellie's mom. Time after time they sank without a trace, leaving her hopeless. After writing the last farewell letter, Noah packed her bags and raced off to the front lines of war. Yet the horrors of war were far worse than imagined. The sacrifice of her brothers left her heart in ashes, with only her promise to Ellie keep. Meanwhile, Ellie continued her studies, volunteering as a nursing assistant to lend a helping hand. She met a wealthy young man named Lang, and soon they were head over heels in love. However, When she saw the engagement ring, Ellie felt joy but also couldn't shake the image of Noah from her mind. Post-war, Noah returned home composed and capable. She accepted a check from her father after selling their family property and bought the farm. From afar, she could see Ellie's silhouette, and it sent a jolt through her heart. While in town to handle building permits, she suddenly spotted their familiar figure, causing her heart to race like a storm. Excited and anxious, she dashed after it, terrified of missing out again. However, inside, the two were so close and laughing together, it was apparent that Ellie had found someone new. Tears silently streamed down her cheeks, and Noah felt her heart shatter, realizing all along it was only her who couldn't let go. She slowly slipped into a frantic obsession, convinced that restoring the places they once shared would bring back those cherished moments. That's it for this episode. Like and support us. And make sure to subscribe to our channel too.